to come back. Yeah, I went to the wrong class. I went to the first year class thinking it was the first year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I gave you all some assignments last week. Anybody had any problem with them?
I leave them for you in the office, sir.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm asking if you had any problem with them.
No, that's it.
Okay. What about you, Richard Roy? Did you have any problem with yours? Richard Roy, are you there? Sister Hooper? Sister Hooper?
Yes. Well, I tried my best translating them, so.
Okay, so did you had any problem with them?
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. And so were you able to do them?
Yes, I did them.
Okay, all right. Well, you need to send them to me and I will see how best I can handle them.
Okay.
What about you, Richard Roy? Richard, are you there? Richard? Well, he just signed in. I'm sorry to be late. As I said, I went to the year one classroom and forgotten that it is year two classroom.
Sir.
Okay. Yes. I'm saying, do you have any problem with the translations?
Yes, sir. As you know, I called you. You know that I called you. And I was asking you about them, but I got you.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, with a little help from Celine.
Well, Celine is a bright boy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good. So therefore, you wouldn't need my assistance anymore. You'll know exactly where to go. Okay, we want to begin at page 41 in my book. I don't know what page it is in your book. And the topic is use of personal pronouns. And we all need to pay attention to it because it is. Brother McIntosh, you just joined us?
Yes.
Good morning.
Mm.
I gave you 2 translations last week. Were you able to complete them?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was going to do them last night. But then I forgot where the page was.
Okay.
I couldn't find where I write down the thing.
Okay.
And no matter how far I scroll, I can't find it.
Okay.
And I couldn't call it last night.
What time was that?
Now, I can do them right away.
What time was that?
Huh?
So, okay, everyone has a book right now?
I don't get in mine from Fitzroy.
Yeah, you need to do it because it will save you and prevent you from being stressful. When you have the book in your hand, let Sister Hooper tell you about that. Isn't that your Sister Hooper?
Yes, it's a great help when you have it.
Yeah, when you have it in hand. When you have to scroll along on the computer, it is painful. And sometimes the computer, whatever device you use, freezes.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets smarter than you too.
Yes, and it gone places that you haven't sent it.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a program yesterday about smart health, and they are simply saying that we should reduce the use of the social media, especially reading, because in your youthful days you will develop dry eyes, and dry eye normally come when you're at my age and beyond. But they are showing you saying you can develop dry eye and you can have serious eye problems by using those things all the time. Anyway, I'm not going to get there. especially in reading. So they say when you read, if you read for half an hour, you stop and you walk for about 5 minutes, and then you go back again. That was one of the solutions. They were telling something you can take flax seeds and all those kind of things. Anyway, let's go. All right, so who is going to start the ball for us this morning? Brother Roy? Richard Roy? Richard, where are you?
I am here, sir.
All right, turn on your camera, let me see your face this morning. I haven't seen your face for a while. And read for me 9.3. We're going to take our own gradual time and see if we can dissect and trisect all of the things there.
9.3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which page are we?
We are on page 41 in my book. I don't know. And it's not 9.3. I don't know what you're using, whether a book or the system.
I'm using the system.
Right.
I'm gonna get the book.
Okay, it's 9.3. Richard Roy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you start the ball rolling.
Okay. Determine case.
I haven't seen your face, so turn on your camera.
Even if I turn on the camera, so you won't see my face.
Why?
It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Turn on the light.
Which country are they, brother?
Yeah. Turn on the light.
I can't Portland country.
Yeah. Yeah, because and the sun must have blaze up there right now because the sun is pouring through my windows and Portland is closer to the sun than where I am.
No, well, away say brother Dunbar now. You live on a different country.
Well,
I know it's daylight, but it's not sunrise yet.
Well, it's sunrise where I'm at right now. The sun is shining right now out here.
you see me now, sir?
No?
My camera is on.
Well, so welcome to the light.
It is on.
It look like you have been disconnected from JSP, from GPS.
Well, both of them.
The light is on.
All right, continue reading. I'll begin.
The trace, gender and number.
No.
Function of
9.3. Start the heading. 9.3. That is why I want you to turn on your camera. 9.3, what it says.
use of personal pronouns.
Right. So we are talking about the use of personal pronouns. And when we talk about personal pronouns, what are we talking about, Brother Roy? What are the personal pronouns that we are talking about?
They define oneself.
No. I'm asking you, what are they? What are the use of the personal? What personal pronoun are we talking about here? Name a couple of them for me.
You, your.
Okay, like Sue. You have ego, Sue, autos, and okay. So let's use those three for the time being. Okay, it is ego, and we have MS, and we have umes, etc., etc. All right, so when we talk about personal pronoun, we're talking about those. Okay. Are you there with me, Brother Roy?
Yes, I am here, sir.
Okay, no, you're far from me. All right. Continue now. So we're talking about ego, Sue, etc., etc., etc. When you talk about personal pronoun, like Sue means you, ego means I. Continue.
Determine case.
Determining case. So continue.
gender and number.
Okay, so do you understand what that statement, what you have, understand the sentence you have just read there? What do you get from that? What is that saying to you?
The personal pronoun, it determine the case.
No. Brother Israel, you want to help him?
Sorry, sir, my mic was muted. All right.
Okay.
Determine case.
Huh?
Determine case, gender, and number.
Uh-huh.
Means
Yeah,
that
so okay, so what do you understand from that?
yes. You have to determine the case if it is nominative, locative, you understand? Dative, accusative, gender, if it is masculine, feminine, neuter, and not singular, plural.
Very good. Brother Roy, have you heard that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So when we talk about the case, we have 8 of them: nominative, genitive, ablative, dative, locative, instrumental, accusative, and some other have vocative. We talk about gender, he mentioned them. It gotta be masculine, feminine, and neuter. Number, whether it's singular or plural. Okay, continue now. So that is your first thing in trying to understand the use of the personal pronoun to give it a correct translation. You must know the case, know the gender, and the number. Continue.
The function of personal pronoun in Greek is similar to their function in English. They are used to replace nouns and avoid monotony.
Monotony. Monotony comes from the word mono means singular. Okay. Continue.
In singular, right?
That would I'll just say that. Continue. Mean one, whatever. Monotone. What is it? Continue.
Blepo.
Blepo.
Let me read that one, sir.
To tell him for me, Ian. What is that one? If you have it in your book there.
They're used to replace personal nouns and pronouns.
He read the word bleepoton and he couldn't pass ton. He wants to know what's the other Greek word here.
It's blepo, ton, mathetes, kai, didasko, arto.
Arton, not arto, arton. Right.
Arton.
Okay, so continue now for me, Brother Roy. Brother Roy, are you there?
I see the disciple and I am teaching him.
Okay, so blepo means I am. Blepo is the verb. I see. And ton, mateten, that is the accusative case. The disciple, I see the disciple. And didasko is another verb. I teach. And or auton is the pronoun, and that is in the accusative case. So I see the disciple and I am teaching him. Continue for Brother Roy so they can get the gist of it. What it says there now.
Is better than blepoton, montesson,
blepoton me mateten kai didaskoton mateten. So instead of having the word disciple or mateten twice, which will make it somewhat repetitious, becomes monotonous. You have the word ten once, and you substitute it with the word auton.
Talk the truth, Brother Dunbar.
Yeah.
When we're reading the Bible in Greek,
Yes.
is it me or do I see more of what is mentioned the second more than what is mentioned the first? Like or it is maybe the way them translate it. I think there are many times where the Greek is like this. I am seeing the disciple, I am teaching the disciple.
If you will see that expression in the Greek, if you will see that expression in the Greek Bible,
no, when I read in the Bible in Greek, you see more of repetitive nouns than the use of pronouns. Or is one for the translation I use?
Maybe you can enlighten me. Which translation you use?
I use the online version.
Okay.
My name again. I have my computer in front of me. I don't remember what the name of it is.
Okay. What I try to do, I try to use the King James version because to me, I think that's one of the best and safest translation. Okay. NIV, which some people like, NIV can be very misleading sometimes. Simple English can be misleading too as well. And some of the translators don't translate the word; they just transliterate, and they don't give you the meaning.
Is just the problem? Some transliterate it, and so there is some form of repetitive.
Okay, so that is why you are studying Greek now. So when you say you can correct the error of that translator. All right. Okay. It's like the blind man when Jesus sent him to to tell him to dig spittle and put it on his face and send him to wash. The blind man said, "I can see clearly now." So therefore, when you're studying Greek and you understand and you read, you say, "Oh, I can see clearly now." All right, thank you, Brother Roy. Sister Upa?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning again. Can you read the second paragraph, the noun of the substantive?
The noun or substantive for which a pronoun stands is called.
And remember what we said the word substantive mean? Anybody? What's his name? Israel, can you remind her?
Totally forgot.
When you can
Okay.
I don't know.
Brother Roy, can you help them?
In my definition, it means to have
What?
substance.
No. All right. Maybe that's a pun. You're playing on the word. Okay. No. Yeah. I agree that it must have substance, but you know. But the word substantive really means any part of speech that is used as a noun. Okay, so continue, Sister Sole.
Yes. In the above sentence, mateten is the antecedent of auton.
Auton.
Yes, auton.
Okay,
Auton.
and when it's an antecedent, what do you understand the term antecedent to mean?
Something that comes before something.
Good. Right. Okay. All right. That's good. So continue.
Yes. A pronoun agrees with its antecedent in gender and number.
Right. So the pronoun must agree with
Right.
with its antecedent in gender. What do you understand by that? And number.
Whether it's masculine or feminine or neuter.
In other words, if the noun is masculine, then the pronoun will be masculine. And if the noun is feminine, then what am I? Yeah, must be also. A pronoun agrees with its antecedent, right? So if the noun is masculine, the pronoun will be masculine. If the noun is feminine, the pronoun must be feminine. So it says in gender, and what else again? A number. So if the noun is plural, then the pronoun will be what? Plural as well. And Brother Roy, are you still there?
I am
Brother Roy,
right
look like
here.
he's in the kitchen, you know. So he doesn't want to turn on the light, or maybe he's under the sheet with his phone. All right, continue,
Sir,
Sister Soleil. That's all right, I'm just joking. Sister Soleil, continue.
Yes. Its case is determined by its use in the sentence. Right.
So therefore, so the case doesn't follow that rule that you have just read a while ago. So it says its case is determined by its use in the sentence. The sentence will tell you how how it should be used.
How the pronoun, yes, how the pronoun should be used. Okay.
How the pronoun should be used. Continue.
For example, in the sentence, ginosko ecclesia.
Ecclesian.
Ecclesian. Yes, ecclesian kai menu and
aute.
Yeah, aute. I know a church and remain in it. Ecclesia, church, is the antecedent of aute. Ecclesia is the antecedent of.
Well, ecclesia comes before aute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't generally put the pronoun before the noun. You always put the noun before the pronoun.
Right.
The man is going down to the shop, or the man fell down and he gets up, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. In English, a church is referred to as neuter, it. But in Greek, church is feminine, her. Right.
So Ian, are you seeing some of the error there right now? So in English, the neuter is referred to as it. But in Greek, the neuter is referred to as her. So if you notice when Jesus says in Matthew 16:18, I will build my church and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That's an English accommodation.
But hold on, Brother D. In English, the neuter gender is her. I would have believed in that case then if anthropos means general, is general.
Not in general. If anthropos is the word is used for man in general, encompass both male and female.
Yeah. So if anthropos is general, and her is neutral, do you think that aspect of the language was maybe just what you would call influenced by culture? And that is the reason why the English version, when it was being created, substituted her for it, because by that time, the culture had changed when it comes to women?
I wouldn't say so much culture, even though culture has a bearing and a lot of things in the world today, you know, dressing, eating, writing, even theology. Okay. But remember, the language itself has all these components. The language has masculine gender to make a distinction, feminine gender, and have neuter gender. You understand? So the language in and of itself had all of those components. And so we have to respect these things. So the writer wants us to know that, listen now, when we talk about aute, he was not really given a general term to say it mean both male and female. He was saying, he was speaking about male, a female. If you want to talk about the male, he would say autos.
Okay.
Okay, autos.
But Brother D,
Yes.
that's one thing too. Isn't the church itself of a female gender description when it comes to the Greek New Testament though?
Yes, it is.
That's that.
Yeah.
So that's the word then.
Okay, but remember, I am no etymologist, but you know, sometimes these things have deep meaning, which we just glance over. When you think of the purpose of the church was supposed to be the place where people are born again. And generally, we don't use male for people who are born again. We use the female gender. So I don't know.
Basically, the church.
Yeah?
Basically, the church is the Eve to the second Adam.
Okay. Yes. So therefore, you don't generally use a male to say, well, a male bring forth birth, even though a male makes a contribution. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Have you ever? Well, I shouldn't say that. That would be an insult to you. You have read Matthew 23, where Jesus wept over Jerusalem.
Yes.
And he said, "Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who killed the prophet and stoned those who were sent, how often I tried to gather you as a hen gather a chicken under her, and you refuse." This is one of the few places in the Bible where God used a female to compare himself with. So Jesus is comparing himself there with that hen. One of the few places in the Bible where God is always used in the masculine sense. But here in that text that Jesus compared himself to a hen. He said, look, a hen tried to gather her chicken under her, and I am just like that hen. I try to gather my people under my wings for love and protection. Have you seen that?
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay, all right, so let's go. Sister Hooper, continue.
Yes. Therefore, because ecclesia is feminine and singular, the pronoun will be the same. However, it is not accusative, but locative. The case required by the preposition N.
Okay, N. And N, you go back to page 38, I think. Page 35. The lesson of preposition. Okay, and you see the word N used there? N is used with how many N is used with how many cases?
In 2 cases.
Okay, it's used with the locative and with the okay. And when you look at the sentence that you have just read a while ago, that the word ecclesia and the word aute, they are also in the locative case.
Locative
and
case.
So, yeah, and so therefore that is why you will translate the word N to mean in. I
Okay.
see. Is it I see a church? No, I see a church, it says. That sentence you read a while ago. I know a church and
Mhm.
I remain in her.
In
Right,
yeah.
yeah, because again, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
continue, Sister Solly.
Use of
Oh,
nominative.
sorry. Ian,
Okay, all right.
Ian, sorry about that. Ian, B, use of the nominative.
Yeah, I did scroll up to page 35 and
Oh man, you are in trouble. Get that book by next week. Tell Fitzroy I give her the book.
Nice. You're at 9 point what? Jesus.
It's
Isn't that
9.3 and it's B.
B? Yeah, 9.3B.
Okay. I use the technology well, but not when it comes to books.
I know myself. I don't want it. Yeah. Continue.
9.3b, use of the nominative. Personal
Okay.
pronouns. Huh?
Okay. So you're talking about the use of the nominative. Okay.
Mhm.
You're talking about the personal pronoun that is in the nominative case. Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Use of the nominative. Personal pronouns are not used in the nominative as subjects of verbs unless emphasis or contrast is desired.
I want for you to stop there and think about what you have just read. It is telling you how the personal pronouns are used in the nominative. It is not used as the personal pronoun used in the as the subject of verbs, unless emphasis or contrast is desired. So if you see the nominative used as the subject, what should come to your mind immediately? The writer is either emphasizing something or is making a contrast. Okay? Because that's how it is. Continue, Ian.
They are not needed because the subject is present in the verb ending.
Exactly.
Thus, if you wish to be emphatic with the sentence, I am speaking, but you are writing, the Greek personal pronouns will be adding lego, u, de.
No, it's ego, lego, su.
Su.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. Ego, lego, su, de, graphic, graphics.
Yeah.
In English, the emphasis is indicated by italics or the
Oh,
tone
wait,
of
no. So before you go, what is the personal pronoun in this case?
I am.
It is ego.
Ego.
Ego. And lego is the verb. But again, lego is not in the nominative because you don't have verbs in nominative. You only have nouns in nominative. Verb is first, second, and third person singular, plural. So ego is used in the nominative in this sentence. And obviously it is used to either emphasize or make a contrast. So ego, lego, su, de, graphes. So it is, I am speaking, but you are what?
But you
Writing.
are right. Yeah.
So therefore, he's making a contrast. So that is why ego is in the nominative one case. And again, bear this in mind, it is always used in this sense, either for emphasis sake or for when you're making a contrast. So he's contrasting two things here. So that's why ego. If he wasn't making a contrast, then the word ego obviously will not be there. It will be just lego. Okay, continue.
Ego.
Yeah.
In English, emphasis is indicated by italics or the tone of the voice. For example, John chapter 6, verse 48, ego, eimi, ho, artos, hes, zoe.
Zoes. Z-O-W-E-S. Zoes. 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 Continue.
I am the bread of life.
I am. Is he making a contrast or is he emphasizing something there?
He's emphasizing something because the italics that is written there.
Right. So he says, I am the bread of life, simply saying nobody else is the bread of life. It doesn't matter how much you may admire a person, love a person, they are not the bread of life. They can't satisfy your spiritual hunger. And you know, this is a powerful statement which we often overlook. You know, if Jesus is the bread of life, how come that there are so many Christians in the church that are bored with Christianity? Something is wrong someplace. If he is the bread of life and he satisfies me, then I would never become bored. Okay, I'll stop there. I'm not preaching. Who support what's that? Israel. Thank you, Ian.
Yes, sir.
Israel.
C. Use of autos in the nominative.
Autos.
In the nominative. The word autos is seldom used in the nominative as a personal pronoun. Rather, it has other distinctive usages.
So therefore, when it comes to this aspect of the Greek, it is basically saying that autos in the nominative is seldom used as a personal pronoun. But autos really means he. Okay? If you take a glance over on page 40, have you seen the word autos there?
Yes, sir.
And it means he. But remember, it has other use. Okay? In the nominative, it is seldom used as a personal pronoun. He. It has other use. Continue now.
In the attributive position, it is translated same, whether in the nominative or another case. Thus, o autos apostolos.
Autos.
Autos apostolos or ho apostolos, ho autos means the same apostle.
Okay, so if you see this sentence in any of the translation, you see the word ho autos apostolos. It doesn't mean the he apostle. If you want to say the he apostle in the rough, and then in the smooth, you say the same. It is saying to me, yes, he understands. Okay, but remember, it says autos is not used as a personal pronoun. It is used to mean same. So when you say the word ho autos anthropos, it is simply saying it should be translated as the same apostle. Is that clear with everybody?
Yes, sir.
Good. Continue.
In the predicate position, it is translated in an intensive sense as self. Example, autos ho apostolos or ho apostolos autos, the apostle himself. Aute e ecclesia or he ecclesia aute, the church itself.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Brother Roy. Are you...
Another.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. Another intensive use of autos is with the pronoun or an express subject of a verb. Example.
An express subject of a verb. You need to bear this in mind. Continue.
Example, autos, ego, legos, or autos, legos.
Lego, not Legos, it's Lego. It is, there is no S on it. Is autos, ego, Lego. Sorry, yeah, maybe I'm at the wrong place. Okay, continue.
I myself say, autos.
Notice, notice, what is the pronoun here in the sentence you have just read?
Myself.
No, the Greek. In Greek, I'm talking about not the English.
Ego, sir.
It's the ego, yes. Ego means I. Lego means I say. Okay? So if ego means I and Lego means I say, it is I myself say. So in this case, it is used to emphasize what?
What about
it is used to emphasize what?
Something that is mine.
No.
Something personal, sir.
No. It's personal, yes, but it's more than that.
So, intense.
Sister Hooper, can you help them for us?
Emphasis something, sir.
It is used for emphasis sake.
Personal.
Yeah, emphasis sake. I myself say, I said it and nobody else.
Okay.
Okay, so it is used for emphasis. I myself say. And when you say it, you are simply saying, nobody else said it. I am the one who said it. You're emphasizing something. Continue.
So I say, and I
myself say, that's two different things. One is just basically, you know, I know both of them have the same, both of them have the same meaning, but when it comes to Greek, we have to be very meticulous, because in the sense that Greek use certain cases, a certain phrase to let us know when something is emphasized. So in this case, the writer is emphasizing something. I myself said it and nobody else. Okay. And you may later on as you go, when we reach the three different voices, the passive, active, and the middle voice, you will see that the middle voice is used mainly for emphasis sake. And if you pay close attention to the Greek in the New Testament, not in the English, you will see that most of the sayings of Jesus are written in the middle voice.
The middle voice?
The middle voice. Because you want them to know, I says it and nobody else. Okay? So the middle voice is used for emphasis sake. So if you say, I say, well, you're saying it, but not with so much emphasis, even this coming from you. When it's I myself say it, you don't want them to miss the point. Continue.
Autos sut, legis, or autos legis. You sing yourself.
Yeah. You what?
You sing.
No. Put up the glasses. Oh, you are saying you singular. All right, continue. No, it's simply saying it's singular. You singular. You yourself say. S-I-N-G there, but I mean you sing, it's singular. Okay, continue.
Autos legis. He himself say.
Autos lege, L-E-G-E-I, not legis, L-E-G-E-I. Pay attention to the end of the word. This is third person singular. What it says here?
He himself say.
Okay, continue.
Aute legi. She herself say.
Okay, if you notice the difference between he himself say and she herself say, what's the difference there, Brother Roy?
It's feminine, sir.
It's feminine, but you have to explain to me. It's more than feminine. I'm asking what's the difference between he himself say and she herself say. What is identical there? Is the line of demarcation. Your connection is unstable, Sister Solace, is what it says. Yeah. Ian, you want to help them for me?
I think the only difference I see the difference between autos and aute.
The pronoun makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pronoun.
One of the pronoun is feminine and the other one is
so
yeah,
autos is he himself and
right.
aute
So one is masculine and the other one is feminine. Is autos versus aute.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brother Roy.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the word lege? He himself say?
Yes, sir.
What if you were to change the word lege? Okay? And you put the word legusi and you change the pronoun and you put the word autus. That is the accusative, autoi. What would be the translation? Autoi. Autoi legusi. Legousi or legusin. What would be the translation? Anybody can do it. Whether Mr. Roy, anybody. Autoi, which is masculine plural, and legusi, Legousi.
They themselves say.
Yeah?
They themselves say.
They themselves say. Good. I just give it that. So just Sariana. Okay. They themselves say. Thank you. That's good. Okay. Sister, who's supposed to read now? Sister Opa. Expressive. Expressing possession. Continue.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What time is this class supposed to finish?
I understand it's 10 minutes to 9. But since we are going straight, it's supposed to finish at least 20 past 9. Sorry, 20 to 9. Because you're supposed to have a 10-minute break.
Wait, ready?
Yes, sir.
You want to do it 20 to 9 or you want to break and it's what 7:15 to
8.
It's 7:15 to 8 and it's 7 to 8 and 8 to 9 basically.
Okay.
So we are what I say if you don't go break at the interval between 7 and 8 and then break at the interval between 8 and 9.
Okay.
I think that's what the sister is asking.
Okay, I understand. But what I'm basically saying
at 7:50 and
it's supposed
resumes
to
at 8.
There's supposed to be a break at 7:50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I am very what should I say? I'm very conservative when it comes to time. Normally the class supposed to begin at 7, but the class begins at 7:15. If the class begin at 7, then you have your 10-minute break, 10 to 8. Okay, but I guess next semester, if I'm teaching this class, then the class will go back to 7 o'clock in the morning. Until we start at 7.
I think why I'm asking, because I think it's not clear on the timetable, because it says 7:15 to 8, right? And that's what it's saying here. So it's actually 7:15 to 9.
Okay,
Yeah,
what it
but
is
but
that
yeah,
on the
yeah,
timetable
it
it's
is-
listed twice.
Yes,
The Greek
twice.
is listed twice on the timetable. So it
Table.
listed 7:15 to 8 and 8
Yeah.
to 9. So basically, we would take a 10-minute break at 7:50 and come back to the same class. But instead of doing that,
Exactly.
Brother Dunbar will combine the two breaks.
And then we finish at 20 to 9.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for your understanding.
So we're not having any break. Fine with me. So let's
Yeah,
continue.
okay.
Right. Expressing
Unless
possession.
somebody wants to go to the bathroom quickly.
Okay. Expressing possession.
Yes.
The accented forms of the personal pronoun are used in the genitive case to express possession.
Emphasize that and underline that. The and accented forms of the personal pronoun, because again, the personal pronoun have what is called proclitics and enclitics. You know, enclitics are basically the words that have that have accents, and proclitics are word that doesn't have any accent. Okay, so continue.
Okay. Word order in Greek is different from English in this case. For example, ologos, mou. Literally means the word of me, the word of me.
So ho is the, logos is word, and mu is of me. So the word of me, literally. That's how I want for you to do your translation. Give me the literal meaning of the word. And then now the smooth will be my word.
My word. My word.
That's a smooth. Continue.
This usage of the genitive is quite prevalent in the New Testament.
Okay, if you notice the word mu, mu is in the genitive case. Mu, if you look at page 40, su, or, well, su is there. Mu, it's on page, the other, and the page of what, 9.2. Yeah, emu, mu, emu, mu. And it is genitive or ablative, but again, the context is basically says it is genitive.
Yeah. Okay. Hello? Are you still there?
Give me the money, I talk to him family.
Okay, okay.
Sorry about that.
Yes, sorry about that.
Yeah.
So you couldn't say the word from me. You will say the word of me. Okay,
of
continue.
Me.
You're right.
To emphasize the possessive idea, the possessive pronoun or adjective may be used.
27. Okay, we're not going around there because that's too far for you. Just stay right where you are right now. Continue, brother Israel.
With prepositions. After prepositions, the emphatic forms of the personal nouns are ordinarily used.
Of the personal pronouns.
Yes, pronouns are ordinarily used. Ex, emu, rather than
Ezemo.
ex, emu, ekmu.
Okay, why is it Ezemo instead of Ekmu?
We don't know yet, sir.
Eh?
Prepositions the emphatic from the person.
Okay, remember we talked about a thing they call elision?
Yes, sir.
Right. Elisions in preposition.
When you delete a letter,
Yeah?
when you delete a letter between two words, sir?
Yes. Whenever the preposition ends with, for example, this is ek, but the word following
yes,
ek
I'm
is
fine,
a vowel. So that changed from K to. So that is what is meant by elision. If you go back at lesson 8, look at preposition. Look at the word ek. Have you seen it there? Preposition with one case.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the word ek?
Yes, sir.
Ablative out of?
Yes, X before a vowel.
Yeah, so that's the problem now because mu emu is a vowel, you can put ekmu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, continue. I'm only showing you these things. What it says.
All right. Emu rather than apomu. However, the form was me is frequently found in the New Testament.
Okay, thank you. Brother McIntosh, read for me 9.4.
From the box?
Yes, from the box, quickly.
All right. Amy or Amy.
I
may. How that part of the word?
Some say I may.
Oh,
I may.
Oh, okay.
I. Because the guys are different. I.
Eh? No,
Yes, the next
they
one.
say I may. Is it I may or I me?
Okay, I may.
Yeah.
Iota. Look at the song of the iota. Iota, it is I as in pit. So it is I may. Continue. I may. Go ahead.
Oh, gotta say
All right.
I gotta say aim.
All right. So the first diphthong of that one, EI, is not A, as in legace.
Yeah,
The first diphthong in what? In I may?
Yeah. It's not A as in legace.
Amy.
Okay. When you go back to page 1, it says iota is I as in pit. Yeah, and it's pit.
Yeah, we understand that. We have said the diphthong, the E and the I combined. It's not
normally when you combine a diphthong, the emphasis is mainly on the second vowel and not so much on the first vowel.
Okay, so
yes.
like when we read legay or legates, it's not a diphthong in that sense, then?
Legay.
Yeah.
Legay, G-E-I, and legace, G-E-I-S. Okay.
So that's why I pronounce this one Amy.
Okay, go ahead, no problem.
All right, Amy, A-E, you are esti or estim, he, she, it is, esmen, I hope I pronounce that there.
As men, yes.
Or should I say hesmen is a rough breathing mark, right? Hesmen, we are.
Yeah, no, that's not rough, that's smooth.
We missed the reading mark, then I have to look over them again.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
man, you miss it.
Yeah.
A rough breathing mark is a C over the word.
Oh, this I want to turn back way. All right.
Yeah.
Esmen, we are. Este, you are. EC,
So the
EC or
AC.
AC or Astin, Astin, they are.
And
Infinitive.
Aina. And some say
Inai.
Aina. Some say Aina.
It's Aina or
be.
Ainai.
Yeah. Ainai. Ainai. Yeah, you're right. Ainai, you're right. Because the I is at the end. Ainai. To be. Okay.
I will gotta say A9, sir.
Huh?
I will gotta say A9.
Ainai?
Yes, sir.
No, you can't say Ainai.
I
It's
know.
iota. Iota. Okay.
That mark over the iota thing that has a beer and
It has a circumflex. It has a circumflex.
Circumflex.
And probably it has an iota subscript under it. I will explain these things to you later on. Okay. So it says all of these forms are enclitic, except I and the infinitive Aina. In other words, even though enclitics are words that don't have any accent of their mark and of themselves, you find that these two words there at times have accent mark, and the accent mark is determined by the verb that is before them, or the word or noun that is before them. Anyway, we're not going to get into all of those semantics right now because your time is running out. Ian, drop down now to 9.5 and read that one because we want to finish this before we...
Before that, sir.
Yeah?
Some explanation about the word enclitic, sir.
Yeah, man, but I'm saying you can do it on your own because we have done that before.
All right, yes.
Yeah, Ian, go down to 9.5. Quickly.
Greek particles are small words.
Yes, you're right.
What is it? Irony. Greek particles are small words, which are the odds and ends of Greek grammar. Yeah. These words do not properly fit any other category, such as noun, verb, or adjective. Particles are generally used for emphasis, transition from one idea to the other, or to express negative.
Yes.
In this vocabulary, in this vocabulary, amen, de, ou, ook are particles, though de in some contexts is a conjunction. The particle amen is emphatic. Amen is emphatic. De is transitional, and ou is a negative. The particle de is also positive, which means it cannot stand
post
first.
Post positive.
Is post positive, oh yes, which means it cannot stand first in a sentence or clause. Normally it will be second, but it can be third word. In order to
it can be the third word in the sentence as well. Continue.
In order to avoid standing first, they will even separate an article from its noun. Sometimes they make such a mild transition, it's not even translated.
Okay, look at an example there, and we're going to stop right there. What it says.
So the righteous shall live by faith in Romans chapter 1.
Give me the Greek. The Greek, what the Greek? The Kaios,
ek,
pistios, zestitai,
Zesetai. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The pronunciation I'm
The
missing.
Sesitai.
Oh, the
Sesitai. The Sesitai.
pistos Zesetai. They both righteous shall live by faith. And so in Romans chapter 1 verse 17, it omits both.
The word they. I notice they come second in the word. Normally we would say put the day where the O is, where the hope is, and says, but they righteous by faith will live. But in Greek, it's post positive. It comes second after the article. Sometimes it comes third in the word. So either second or third. Okay, so we stop here today. Just do the rest of the reading, and I will know because I'll ask question next week. But I'm going to give you some translation.
Right on the money properly.
So Brother Dunbar,
Yes.
the translation that you asked us to do last time, I have to send it to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
And
write it
also-
and send it to you by
By what?
You can send by WhatsApp.
eh?
Or if you are in Kingston, you can leave it at the office.
No man, they are watching better.
Okay. If you're Ochi, maybe I pass Ochi something, I can pick it up. I'm going to Ochi one day this week.
Oh.
Okay. So let me give you the translations now. We have how many people in the class? 4 or 5? 4. Okay.
Enrico and Ting they know in this class.
No, they are in year 1. This is year 2. This is year 2. They are doing the alphabet, and you are not doing the alphabet. You are doing pronouns.
Yeah,
okay. Okay. So therefore, the first 5 translation will be given to Israel.
All right, sir.
The second 5
on 9.7, right?
Yeah. First 5 is Israel. Second 5 is Ian, and the third 5 is Sister Upa, and then the last 5 is Brother Roy.
Okay.
So I think you have enough work to keep you busy for the weekend. On top of what
I do the second 5, right? 5 to 10.
On top of what we already have.
Yes, and also if I want for you to look at the words on page lesson 9, and maybe let me see, come prepare for a test on those words next week too as well.
Okay.
So the work is increasing already. Okay, we have to stop here. Thank you for being such a good class, and that even though I take up some of your time, but you'll get it back next week. All right, thank you. Now it's chapter time.
Yes, sir.
Really? All right.
Recording stop.
Okay, take care.